What's up, bro?
Man, tell you what, if our podcast never makes it, hopefully the intro does, right?
If we sell that intro and make royalties off it,
Sell
that'd
it
be
for
great.
$25.
An hour per listen.
Yep, exactly. My name's Jonathan Noel.
I'm Brian Noel,
This is Forms and Focus.
where we provide guided forms that manifest
Radical focus.
Our goal for you is that you are focused as...
Boy.
That's right, because if you're focused on your dreams, you will accomplish them.
100%.
One
Hopefully.
hundo.
Unless there's an unfortunate accident. No,
That's true. So it turns out this series of episodes, 5 episodes, we're talking about the typical white-collar American sitting at your desk.
Yep.
You sit all day, you're tense, you
Yep.
got eye fatigue, you're stressed out, and you got monkey brain. So today we're talking about tension. Oh,
Yep.
People stressed out, bro.
Hey, I get it.
I mean, stressed out. Work and money is the number 2 reasons people are freaking stressed.
Makes sense. I mean, we live in a society where, you you use loans to buy furniture. Not that I'm hating.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to rip on anyone specifically, but you've got debts.
We got debts.
You've got debts for everything.
Yeah. And everything is more expensive. Inflation is skyrocketing. Groceries are more expensive.
Yep.
Everything's more expensive. And
you're hoping you keep your job.
yeah. And statistically, our pay is not pacing inflation. So
Exactly. And with automation in the workforce, you might be next on the list.
yeah.
So
People stressed out.
be prepared. No, we're stressed out.
Yeah. People
I
are
get it.
stressed out.
I mean, I think about it. When's my job going to be obsolete?
Yeah.
That's why I'm behind the mic now.
That's right. Got to do something. And that's where a lot of us are at. We see it. We know that we have to diversify our options in this crazy ass world.
Yeah.
And
That's
so,
stressful.
Yeah, we got a dream and we're trying to figure it out.
Yep. So while we were doing our research, we are reading from TOURO University, Health and Human Services. Stress can kill brain cells and even reduce the size of the brain. Chronic stress has a shrinking effect on the prefrontal cortex, the area of the brain responsible for memory and learning.
You want to learn how to accomplish your dreams, but you can't because it's shrinking because you're stressed out.
So my advice, turn the news off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If it bleeds,
Solution,
it leads.
Solution number 1.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many things trying to keep you in that fear state because it's harder to make rational decisions.
Yeah. Oh,
And
my
that's
gosh.
It's just adding tension to people's lives, so then you can't focus.
Can't focus. So the same study I read, while stress can shrink the prefrontal cortex, it can increase the size of the amygdala, which can make the brain more receptive to stress.
So not only can you not focus, you're losing your abilities to make rational decisions, but now you're even becoming more responsive to the stress like input.
Yeah. Your brain is wiring itself to be stressed, look for stress, focus on stress.
So then you see it more and you react to it more.
That's
Seems like
tough.
a cycle you don't want to be in.
Yeah. And that most of us have to fight our way out
Oh,
of.
absolutely. Yeah.
Mm.
Another thing we were reading, cortisol, which is I think a hormone or neuromodulator or something.
Yeah.
Cortisol, it's believed to create a domino effect that hardwires pathways between the hippocampus and amygdala in a way that might create a vicious cycle by creating a brain that becomes predisposed to be in a constant state of fight or flight. So basically reinforcing the last bullet point
Yeah.
is when you're reacting to stress, you're focusing on the stress, your brain kind of starts to go down that cycle.
Yeah. Man, and it's not just the brain, it's the body.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So tension, and that's what, we're stressed out, but we've almost convinced ourselves that that's life. But what
It doesn't have to be.
Yeah, what we feel is the tension in our body. We have back pain. So 8% worldwide experience severe back pain on a consistent basis. We have neck and shoulder tension. 30% of people report experiencing neck and shoulder tension, which probably has to do a lot with our posture and our sitting at desk all day.
What's 30% of 7 billion? That's a lot of people.
Me. We've got wrist tension because the way we sit and use our mouses and our keyboards. We've got tight hips because we're not sitting right in our chairs. We've got increased heart rate. We've got short breathing because our posture is incorrect, which we also have slow digestive systems, which increases our amount of fat in our bodies and the way we process our foods. It increases sickness and just about everything else.
So if you're driving right now, just go ahead and accelerate, hit the brick wall. No, I'm just kidding.
Tension is bad everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's once you've been dealing with it, it feels like it's just part of your life now.
Yeah.
You know, you've accepted it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be that way.
It's really true that we've almost convinced ourselves that, and even like in this like grind, grit, entrepreneurial space, like you sleep 4 hours and you feel like shit all the time. And that's supposed to be some type of trophy. And that's just not.
It really makes no sense.
It's stupid.
I mean, honestly, what's the point of living if you don't feel great?
Yeah, you feel terrible all the time.
All the time.
Stressed out. So
I mean, is it really worth it? Yeah. Whatever it is you're looking for, the money, or even whatever that your goals may be. I mean, we talk about staying focused on your tasks, but if your health isn't there, is it even worth it?
Is it worth it? So what can we do, bro? What are some solutions to this tension that we all feel all over the place?
So luckily, the human body is pretty amazing. Brain plasticity, which refers to the ways the neural pathways are able to reform in the brain, it's actually pretty malleable.
Yeah. So our brains can, just as much as our culture, our society, our habits have trained our brain to be stressed, we can actually change that.
Exactly.
That's good news.
It's great news. Yeah, I mean, it's just because it feels like an endless grind and it'll never be the same or it'll never change. It's not true.
It's not true.
It just feels kind of hopeless in that moment.
So another thing is like get help, go to counseling, get better friends, like focus on, just like last episode, we talked about breathing, like just stop and think about breathing. This whole concept of self-care is, kind of weird. It's pretty popular now, so it's not as much as
right. Yeah, it used to be cool. I mean, maybe not cool, but it was like, oh, I killed myself. I had a 90-hour work week. I feel horrible, but I mean,
now the new self-care is like I didn't work and I took a walk and I did some yoga, right?
It's great.
Which is great. Like really think about who you are and what you need. And take a break.
And who you surround yourself with.
Oh my gosh. Big time.
That'd be the next point would be, getting rid of toxic relationships. So there was a survey from Your Tango.
I found that. I don't know.
I don't know what that is. Experts.
Look it up yourself.
half or more of all people have toxic relationships in their lives. Which that makes sense. Between family and friends, like people you've known for so long that you're like, you just deal with it.
Yeah.
It makes sense that it's half of the people.
It's funny, bro. I thought about this when I wrote this bullet. I remember saying like, I love your friends.
Yeah.
Your roommates, the people you hang around. I love them all.
Yeah.
They're incredible people. And I remember saying to you like, bro, you got some really good friends. And you were like, yeah, I spent a lot of time working on that and filtering out some bad ones.
Oh, for sure.
And like it was funny how confident you sounded and how intentional you sounded in putting yourself in a place where you had really great friends around you.
Yeah, by the time, and it takes time.
Yeah.
But by the time I'm 32, by the time you're hitting your 30s, for me, it was like you're literally, if it's not worth it, you just kind of, you're done. So then you reach that point to where you surround yourself with positive people.
Yeah.
And what is it? Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Whoever said that, I think we already mentioned that once.
Yeah, it's a good quote.
But it's so true.
Yeah.
The people you surround yourself with, it's going to be like, those are your habits and those are like, that's what you're around the most.
It's so true, man. And I can think about, there's been people in my life that have absolutely provided so much value and just contribution and have helped me along the way.
And then you'll help them.
Yeah. I mean, gosh, it's really incredible when you have true friends who care about you, who are smart, who
Yeah.
are focused. Like it'll change your life just being around really freaking cool people.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Really cool people.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. What's next? Oh, yeah, me. Change your job if you can. So 94% of American workers report experiencing stress because of their job. Like,
Definitely easier said than done, but it's almost like if there's a way to change,
yeah.
give it a go.
Yeah, there's services out there that if you pay like 100, 200 bucks, they'll help you with your resume. They'll fix your LinkedIn, but they'll help you get a better job. Some people just need to work somewhere else. They got a toxic boss, a toxic work environment,
Even if
and
it's
they
the
feel
same
stuck.
job for a different company.
Yeah, just
know?
just change. Do
Yeah,
something
because,
different.
You work for those bosses or those people, and it's like they just suck the life out
Oh
of you.
my gosh.
It's horrible.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
Leave.
If you can, for sure. Totally.
Yeah. For your birthday, ask your friends to get you someone to freshen up your resume.
Yeah.
Go shop around.
Those good friends that you got because you dropped all the toxic ones.
That's right.
So another thing, of course, start small. So, whatever time you can devote to yourself, focus on your body, whatever you're breathing, just have that awareness. Like, what do you actually need?
Yeah.
And progress is progress.
That's right.
It's doing whatever you can.
Yeah.
Whatever you can that day. And then if you do that, great.
Great.
Even if it's 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Yeah.
You took 5 minutes to chill.
Yeah.
You told your kids, I don't exist for 5 minutes.
That's right. I remember, this is funny. So our mom, because we're brothers, obviously. I remember mom, she would read. And she would be so into that book. I would say, Mom. She wouldn't answer. I would say, Mom. She wouldn't answer. Now, she worked full-time most of her life, all her life, until she retired. But when I said, Carolyn, she would answer. But it was so funny. Like, she would be so into that book. And I envied that. Like, she could just really
put
get
herself
into
there
that and just
literally shut out the entire world, even her kids.
Even her kids. And you know
That's
what?
great.
Good for her. Like, good for us.
Whatever you wanted probably wasn't that important.
Yeah.
It was the same thing when she was
so
cooking. You don't go in the kitchen.
Oh,
She'd kick you
100%.
right out.
Yeah.
It was like, what are you doing in here? Leave.
That's right. This is my space.
Exactly.
But that's what you got to do.
Set some boundaries.
Yeah, set some boundaries. Carve out some time, some space. Like, just like we said, like last episode, go for a walk, go outside. If you're in an office, if you're in your house, just go outside for a minute. Just open up and take a freaking breath.
Yeah.
Like, just start there.
Yeah, whatever you can do to get that tension out.
What else? Oh, yeah, the body. What do we say? So that's all the mind. So for body, take time. Like, for me, like just stretching. If you're watching the video, you're seeing me move my shoulders.
Yeah, like in a weird way.
In a weird way. If you're in the podcast, listen to the podcast, sometimes, like, for me, I just have to just stop and super stretch my shoulders and my arms out because I may be tense in my shoulders or my neck area for some reason.
Stretching
but
is huge.
Stretch.
I think our grandmother was stretching into her 90s. She lived to be, 98?
Oh, yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a guy, he's a physical therapist or whatever, but he calls it getting stuck.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're not stretching or moving your body, you lose your range of motion and literally your joints get stuck. So don't get stuck.
Don't get stuck. So when you stretch, obviously don't bounce, don't aim for pain. Talk to your doctor.
Oh yeah, it's not a competition.
Yeah.
Oh, I can stretch further than you.
Don't be super tense and then try a split. You might hurt yourself. Like, be careful.
Yeah, of course. It's one of those things. Yeah, just be careful.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and whatever you want to try.
Yeah.
Try some yoga maybe.
Yes.
Join some classes, karate, whatever it may be. I mean, whatever can get you to release that stress. I know for a lot of people, working out, it releases the endorphins.
Yeah.
Whatever, the adrenaline, it helps calm you down, release that tension. but you just have to find your thing.
Yeah. Try
like,
different things.
Hey, people are like, I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to go to the gym either. The gym sucks. You think I want to go to the gym? It's boring. I'm not going to run on a treadmill. That's why you try and find an activity that makes sense to you.
Yeah. Hang out with some friends. Yeah.
Mountain biking.
For me, mountain biking, which we do, and then Taekwondo. I remember in Taekwondo, you would do some of those stretches where it would be two people, and you would I would be stretching, and someone would be pushing you into that stretch.
Yeah.
And I just remember, laughing with that person because maybe I remember one guy that I would stretch with, he was super flexible.
Oh yeah.
He did Taekwondo most of his life. And like, I would just laugh because he would be like, more, and I'm like pushing his leg through the wall. And
it's like my buddy Alex.
Yeah.
It's like, he's made out of taffy,
Shake that Laffy Taffy. And for me, like, I'm like barely getting my leg up.
Oh yeah.
But like, we did that together. And regardless of where we were doing it together, but we were both like just going through that and totally just helping each other break through whatever barrier that was.
Hey, that sounds like it was not a toxic relationship.
It was a beautiful relationship. I miss that guy. I really do. So yeah, what else?
I think
what's the last thing? Start small.
Start small.
Yeah.
Start small.
Whatever it is.
Whatever it is. It doesn't, like when you see people who run 10 miles a day or they're doing crazy yoga poses. I mean, it's like, it's easy to be like, well, I'll never do that.
Yeah.
But it never starts like that.
Yeah.
No one wakes up.
You don't sit for 30 years and go run a marathon.
No, you haven't been sitting on the couch for 30 years and you go, hey, you know what? I feel like running a 5K today. And
you might break something.
It's just going to work out. No, start small, whatever you can do.
Yeah, you remember back in high school, did you do like the windmills with your arms?
Oh my gosh, I forgot about those. Yeah.
Like, just that. Just move your arm. Just do a windmill. Like, just touch the ceiling.
Yeah.
Like, but whatever it is. But when you're in that moment, remember that this is for you, right?
For sure.
Like so many things in your life pull you away, distract you, need you, like demand things from you. Take a minute, take 5 minutes, and just for yourself.
Exactly. I look at it too, like, and it's kind of, it is what it is. But when you look at your like mental health and like your tension and stuff, you almost have to look at it like another job, a part-time, maybe even full-time job. And it kind of is what it is. Yeah. Like, it sounds like I don't have time for another part-time job. Well, if you want to